Well, some people should do that. As an example, in California, every time prices go down, these prices go up because the gas tax is bigger than the tax itself, bigger than the product itself.
What if the next global crisis has already begun, but most people still haven't noticed it? What if a conflict thousands of miles away could suddenly affect the price of gasoline at your local station, the cost of food in your supermarket, or even the electricity powering your home? Right now, tensions between Iran and the United States are rising once again. Military forces are moving, political pressure is building, and global leaders are watching the situation very carefully. But this isn't just another political disagreement, because if this conflict escalates, it could affect global oil markets, international trade, and the security of entire regions, from Israel and the Middle East to the economies of the United Kingdom, Europe, and the United States. So the real question is this just another political standoff, or are we witnessing the early stages of a much bigger global shift? Today, we're going deep inside one of the most complex geopolitical rivalries in modern history. To understand what is happening today, we need to look back in time, because the conflict between Iran and the United States did not start recently. In fact, it goes back more than 4 decades. Before 1979, Iran and the United States were actually close allies. The Iranian government maintained strong political and economic relationships with Western countries. But everything changed during a major political event known as the Iranian Revolution. In 1979, a new Islamic government took control of Iran, and with that change came a completely different political vision. The new leadership strongly opposed Western influence in the region. Meanwhile, the United States began to see Iran as a potential threat to regional stability. From that moment forward, the relationship between the two nations shifted from partnership to deep mistrust. Over the years, this mistrust slowly turned into one of the most complicated geopolitical rivalries in the world. So why does this conflict matter so much to the rest of the world? The answer is simple: energy. The Middle East contains some of the largest oil reserves on the planet, and global economies still depend heavily on oil. Air travel, shipping, manufacturing, transportation, almost every part of the modern economy depends on stable energy supplies. At the center of this energy system lies one of the most strategically important locations on Earth, the Strait of Hormuz. This narrow waterway connects the Persian Gulf to global shipping routes. Nearly 20% of the world's oil passes through this single location, which means if a conflict disrupts this route, the consequences could be felt across the entire global economy. Fuel prices would likely surge, stock markets could become unstable, and millions of people around the world could face rising living costs. Another major factor in this geopolitical situation is Israel. For many years, Israel has viewed Iran as one of its biggest security threats. At the same time, Iran has strongly criticized Israel's policies and influence in the region. This has created a complicated three-sided relationship: Iran, Israel, and the United States. The United States has long been Israel's closest ally, providing military support, economic cooperation, and diplomatic backing. Because of this alliance, any direct conflict between Iran and Israel could quickly draw the United States into the situation, and that is exactly why many experts believe the region remains one of the most sensitive geopolitical flashpoints in the world. In recent years, tensions between these countries have increased dramatically. There have been cyber attacks, naval confrontations in the Persian Gulf, drone incidents, and rising political rhetoric from leaders on all sides. Each new incident adds another layer of pressure to an already fragile situation. And sometimes, conflicts do not start with large dramatic battles. Instead, they begin with smaller events: a drone being shot down, a naval patrol crossing the wrong line, a missile test interpreted as a threat. These kinds of moments can quickly escalate if diplomacy fails to keep pace. So what might happen next? Experts usually describe three possible scenarios. Scenario 1, a limited regional conflict. In this situation, there could be isolated military exchanges, but global powers would work quickly to prevent a larger war. Scenario 2, expanding proxy conflicts. Iran has influence across several areas in the Middle East. If tensions increase, conflicts involving allied groups could spread across multiple countries. Scenario 3, a direct, large-scale confrontation. If Iran and Israel entered a major military conflict, the United States could become directly involved, and that would dramatically change the balance of power in the region. A conflict of this scale would not stay limited to one region. Global energy markets would react almost immediately. Fuel prices could rise sharply, stock markets could become unstable, and global inflation could increase. For ordinary families in the United States and the United Kingdom, that could mean higher fuel prices, higher grocery bills, and more economic uncertainty. The truth is, the world is entering a period of growing geopolitical tension. The rivalry between Iran and the United States is just one part of a much larger global story, a story about power, security, and the future balance of international influence. History has shown us that major global shifts rarely happen overnight. They develop slowly, through tensions, through strategic decisions, and through moments that only later reveal their true significance. If you found this documentary interesting and want to see more deep stories about geopolitics, global power, and the forces shaping our future, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because in the next documentary, we'll uncover another global story that could change the way you see the world.